Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much again for tuning in. And if you are new, welcome. Please do consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of these uploads. Well, season 2 of the Real Housewives of Durban episode 2 is back here, and today I'll be taking you through my review of the season 2 episode 2. So if you haven't watched the episode 1, which is the first episode of season 2, I'll link it down in the description box down below. Please do go watch it. So without further ado, let's get up to episode 2. So episode 2 kickstarts with Jojo and her husband at their home. They do have a beautiful home, you can tell from the view. So Jojo is telling her husband how the Spring Has Sprung event went. She tries to explain to him what happened out there. She expresses how she felt during the speech which was given by the Queen. And nonetheless, she says she enjoyed being with the other wives. They were so kind to her. Remember when we first saw Jojo with Sorisha? She was introduced to the ladies through Sorisha, which was a good integration. So when they went to the Spring Has Sprung event, Jojo was kind of nervous to meet the other wives, but she expresses to her husband that she really enjoyed the company of the other wives and they were good to her. Then came to language barriers, in which she says the ladies went on to have a discussion in Zulu language and she couldn't even connect, but Lassie was so kind enough to translate to her so she can be very relevant to what they were laughing about. That's so kind of Lassie. Remember guys, this brings us back to season 1. You remember Lassie had an event and she invited some of the wives and some were not invited, and her explanation was that because most of the ladies there, they understood Zulu, so she thought it wouldn't be nice inviting the ladies who are Zulu non-speakers because there was going to be a language barrier. However, she was really crucified by Nonku, Sorisha and they were so furious of why she didn't invite them to the event. And this time around, it's so nice to see Lassie being able to translate up to Jojo and Jojo being impressed. Other than that, Jojo seems to be a very nice wife. Her relationship with her husband is very interesting. They can connect, which is what we are here for. The Real Housewives, which is a franchise where you can see how families, how the wives and their husband are interacting at their homes. We are here for the glamour, we are here for the sassiness, we are here for family. So having to see Jojo and her husband really giving us a good integration of a husband and a wife, it's so kind and so nice to experience that view. So Jojo goes on to tell her husband that she was planning on having a cake decoration event. So she went on and invited the wives to the event. So we further see Lassie and Nonku meet. Guys, it was really nice to see Lassie's house for the first time. The view, it's at the ocean, it's all big and glamour, which we expect from the housewives, right? It's giving, guys. Lassie's house is giving, the decor, like really everything seems so good. And that's where Lassie meets with Nonku for the first time, guys. This was the first time we could see Nonku and Lassie meeting up just one-on-one. So we are so skeptical on what's gonna happen during that conversation. But guys, the flow just went good. Nonku is impressed by Lassie's house. She really seemed to enjoy it. So they went on to discuss about Lassie's personal life. We see Nonku telling Lassie that she really didn't know her. She says she just didn't know any of her. She minds her own business, so she had no idea who Lassie was. That's why she asked her, and when Lassie said she should Google her, she went on to Google and she had no idea, which to me was like, nah, it's not giving. Like, really, I doubt Nongu didn't seem so sincere. But nonetheless, it was nice to see the two getting along. We hope they resolve their conflicts. Really, guys, we know that Nongu has been on Konko's case from season 1. She really wanted to know more about Lassie, involving her personal life. And now that Lassie has resolved and has tried to tell Nongu who she is really, we hope that this issue is over with. It's buried under, guys. Lassie has explained herself out to the ladies. We are hoping that now no one will be on her case, really. So we further see Tobekile. Tobekile is a radio personality. She is in a polygamous marriage where she is the third wife. Have seen her on the Uthando Nestembo drama series where she plays along with her husband and the other sister wives. She is a businesswoman, she says. She loves style. Style to her is personality. She says before she speaks, the outfit should speak for herself. Okay, we're looking forward to this glamour. We're hoping to see more style from her. She also mentions that she learned that people will forever speak and they are allowed to do that. But you don't have to internalize their opinions. It's their opinions, so just allow them to speak and don't make those opinions affect you in anyhow. She says she values peace and she gives that peace to herself. She doesn't depend on anyone for peace. Really, people were on Twitter about her case and her home. It seems like people didn't like the location of her home. So we hope to see more. Maybe we'll see Tobekile going house hunting, like we could see her discussing with her husband on moving to Durban. So we're hoping to see her move to a glamorous house so that she can integrate with the other wives. And since Tobekile is in a polygamous marriage, I think she will be the center of this season, really, because I think the ladies will be asking her more about how her marriage is integrated. I see her being questioned more this season, but we hope she be able to handle the heat, right? And also she seems like a really confident lady, so we hope that she'll be able to deal with the questions arising from these wives. We don't know if her sister wives will be featured. Then we further see Londi and Lassie connecting. It's so nice seeing Lakonko in a good space. Since we last saw her from the first episode, she was really emotional. She went on to Sorisha to express how she felt, broke down and cried at Sorisha's house, and it was really emotional to see that. And her in the confession telling us how she has been through the most. Now that we see her very happy and she really seems to be in a good space since she has explained herself to the ladies and no questions are in the table, it's so nice to see her really being happy. We further see a scene where the four ladies meet, which is Anne, Nonku, Sorisha and Jojo. Then Nonku questions why Anne didn't invite Londi to her wedding since she says they are close friends. Really, it was a pandemic, guidelines put in place that you can't invite many people into an event, so she just invited the 100 people which were close to her heart, and that didn't include Londi. Though Londi has been questioning why she didn't invite her, and she wasn't straightforward to her, but that was Anne's explanation so far. And also Nongu breaks the ice and asks Anne if she enjoyed the spring hair sprung event. Anne said yes, there was a rebut there. There was an awkward moment at that time, and Anne was like, she didn't even acknowledge the comment which was said by the queen during the event, so she wasn't impressed by that. However, Anne didn't express herself well through her comment, which got to offend Nongu, and they started a heated conversation, or rather argument at the moment. These two ladies were not really getting along at that time. I don't know if last season she was still learning the ladies and their characters since they just met. She was so down to earth. She was so conformed to herself. This season, guys, since the first episode, Anne has been expressing herself out without holding back. But the comments she says and how she expresses herself hasn't been so cute at all. We further see the queen and Nongu meeting up to refresh about the event. And we further see Mabusi is back. She kickstarted by visiting Lachonko. She seems so cute, guys. She looked cute. She dressed so well. It was really good. It was a refreshing scene, really, to see Mabusi getting back in a good space. She is cute. She is beautiful. And she is meeting up with Lachonko. And their relationship, guys, is to root for. It really safe space to be, really. We see Lachonko also expressing herself to Mabusi about her relationship and her personal life, and that she is now healing and from the previous season she was going through a lot and she had to go through those stages, and now that she is over with, she is just happy to be in a good space. And it was really nice to see Lachonko opening up to Mabusi, because that relationship is really a safe place. Another scene is when Anne and her husband were showing us their new house, which is their new home. We know that Anne got married after the season 1 premiered, and she's now moving to a new house with her husband and kids. The house looked pretty good, guys, and it's so good to see people elevating in life, ladies elevating in life, having the good things, especially black women having the good things in life. But nonetheless, we are very happy to see her having the good things in life. It's really nice to see that. Londi and Lachonko meet up at Londi's stunning house, honey. They both from the same home village. They discuss Jojo's tattoos. Londi asks Lassie if she has a man in her life, and Lassie just dismissed that question. Jojo hosts the ladies at her cake decoration event. The wedding invite to Anne's wedding becomes the topic again, guys. Like, really, Nongu needed answers. Nonetheless, Anne doesn't regret her decision at all. And we see Anne and Nongu discussing, or rather arguing again, about the comment she made to Nongu's mom. Jojo had to decorate her cake resembling Anne, and she made it pink. We know that Anne likes everything pink, and she was happy about that. Then Lassie decorates Jojo, who she expresses she is very sexy. During the session, the ladies got an invite to a special dinner, and it's a black tie affair. The request is that the wives should bring their husbands to the event. And Nongu expresses that she needs help from the ladies finding her a man who's gonna be a date for her. And then Lassie had no comment on that invitation. But Londi can't wait to see the men they've been discussing about. We can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the third episode. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I really hope you do enjoy. If you do like this video, share it, leave your comment down below on what more you would like to see from this channel, or what more right or wrong that you think I'm doing. And please do support your sis by clicking on the subscription box down below. Turn on the notifications so that when I come up with episode 3, yeah, the first one to be notified. And also guys, please do go watch the first episode. I'll link it down in the description box down below. Thank you. Bye for now.